Hey everyone, today I wanted to talk a little bit about my experience seeing the Power of Love movie here in Seoul, and also to show some of the benefits and things that the theater gave away here. Also, I'm really sorry for my voice. My allergies are really bad, and yeah, I'm losing my voice a little bit. But I guess I'll start with talking about just seeing the film in general. So here in Korea, it played for an extended period. It wasn't just the 2 days or anything. I think it ended up being 2 weeks about. Today is actually, when I'm filming this, I think is the last day of the showing. And it was playing at CGV theaters across the country here. And they had a schedule set up for different periods of time. So depending on when you went, you would get a free gift. And CGV does this pretty often with certain films and things like that. So I ended up going 6 times, and I saw it twice in just regular 2D theater, and then I saw it 4 times in the 4DX. So I'll talk a little bit about the differences in those and my opinions on that, because I know a lot of carrots that I saw on Reddit in particular and a little bit on Twitter had a lot of opinions about the 4DX. But before I do that, at CGV here in Korea, they have a bunch of kiosks, and they have this thing called, I believe it's called Photomatic or something. So pretty much what you can do is, when certain films are released, they'll have special pictures or posters or whatever, and you can pay 1,000 Korean won, which it's really cheap, USD, it's probably 80 cents. You can print a card that has the poster or whatever, or you can actually upload your own personal photo. And so for Power of Love, they had a whole bunch. They had one of each member, and then they had one that if you bought, I think it was all 9, it made the giant group photo. And then they had some other behind the scenes photos, and you could, like I said, upload your own. So I made quite a few. The only posters that I actually used were Mingyu and Minghao, of course. And then, like I said, you could have your own personal message on the back. So I did for these 2. It's just lyrics from Smile Flower. I guess the English name is Photoplay. I think the Korean name is Photomatic or something. But yeah, so they have all the members. I had printed a couple of other members for some of my friends, but these are the only ones I created for myself. And then I did one of the general poster just to keep. And on this one, you can either put your own message on the back, which I did for these ones, or you can have your movie details. So it says the title of the movie, what day you went, what time you went, everything like that. So for this one, I kept the first showing that I went to. So like I said, you can also upload your own photos, personal ones of you, or anything. You could do anything. I really wanted to print out some meme ones, but I couldn't decide on which meme photos to print. But anyway, so I had printed a few. This is one of my favorite, more recent Gyuhao photos. So I printed that one. Like I said, you can put your own message on the back. And then I picked 2 of their more recent magazine photo shoot photos that I really like, and I printed those. And then these are my favorite. I printed out their young baby photos, and these are actually my favorite baby photos of them, and they're in similar poses, which is really cute. But yeah, so I really like that CGV has this. I don't know if the CGVs in other countries have it, but I think it's really cool. It's a nice way to make a little memento, and it's really cheap. It's just 1,000 won each, which is not bad at all. So the first time I went on a Friday night. The movie was released on Wednesday. So I went Friday night, and it was a 2D, like regular theater showing. And, well, I guess it had like the wraparound screen. I forget what that X, Screen X, I think it's called. But like that, that doesn't change my opinion of anything either way. Like I can take or leave that. But anyway, it was shocking because there weren't a lot of people there. And Korea did have, they just lifted it, but they did have like a social distancing rule in movie theaters where like you had to sit one seat away from like other groups or other people that weren't in your group. So that does like cut a good chunk of the audience out, but there's probably like 25, 30 people in our theater, I think. And I think it was because it was the 2D showing. I definitely noticed in my buying of tickets that the 4DX like sold out completely, and then the 2D ones like hardly anyone went. But anyway, I went with my friend, and on that night you got 2 items. The first item was an A3 poster, and it's just like the actual movie poster that they have posted at the theater. So it has like gold foiling here, which is really nice. And it says just 17 Power of Love the movie. And then it has the name in Hangul with the release date. So you got one of these, A3 size. I really like this. I think I might actually frame mine and hang it. I have like a collection of A3 size posters that I have framed, so I think I might add this to it. But so you got that, and then you also got this, I forget what they called it, something ticket, I don't know, something ticket. But this is like a harder, thicker cardstock, and it's shaped like a ticket, but it has like a phone screen print on it. I don't really understand their design thought process. But anyway, there are some like cute little Easter eggy things. The time is 5:26, and then like the time on the where they are in the song is 2:14, and the end of the song is 4:20, which is when the movie came out. So that stuff's kind of cute. But on the back is my favorite. They actually have a list of all of the songs that were in the movie. Not all the songs that were performed in the concert in general, but just the songs in the movie, which is really nice because the showing, when my friend and I were leaving, we were like talking like, oh, like what song was that they did that thing? And so this was like a nice reference for that. Yeah, I really like this memento. I think it's really well made and it's nice. So the rest of the times that I went alone. And the second time I went was on Sunday, and it was in the morning. And it was just, I hadn't initially planned on going. And like I woke up early Sunday morning and I was kind of like, what will I do today? And I decided to go because there was a bunch of tickets left. And I went, like it's pretty early. It was like a 9:30 showing, I think it was, in the morning. And there was maybe 4 or 5 other people in the theater with me. And this one also was 2D. And when I went for that one, this was, I think, the second day that they were doing the first set of Photocards, which are the transparent unit Photocards. So when you went, after the movie, you got one of these packets, and they give it to you like this, so you can't see who it is, but if you flip it over, you can tell when you get vocal because there's 3. But I got super duper lucky, and I went to the movie during this portion of like the gift schedule 3 times, and I got each unit on each like different day. So first day I got hip hop, then I got vocal, then I got performance. So perfectly ideal, which is really nice because this is something I want to talk about, because when the movie ended, everyone like was hurrying back to the counter, because at the theater that I went to most of my showings at, like you have to leave the whole CGV. It's at like a mall, and you have to like walk through the mall and then like re-enter the CGV. So everyone was like hurrying over back to the CGV. and getting in line to get their like freebie. And then once people got their freebies, it was so nostalgic. It was like being at a concert. It was like Carrot Zone. People were holding stuff up, making like scrolling messages on their phone, saying like who they were looking for, going around and asking each other who they want, who they have. It was so nostalgic, and I got like really sentimental about it because besides the like actual concert itself and like seeing the guys perform, I just really love that about concerts. I love the trading and like talking with people and like the excitement. Like people were so excited. I have a story later on about my experience trading something, but yeah, so it was just really nice. So this was really fun. But the reason I'm glad that I didn't have to trade these is because people weren't trading. From what I saw at my local theater, people weren't really trading like whole units. They were trading individual members. And I don't know, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted, like, if I got 2 vocal team, I wanted to trade like my extra vocal team for performance or whatever. But thankfully I didn't have to do that. I got everyone. So I'll go ahead and take these out of the cellophane so I can show you the photo cards. Okay, so they come in a little folder like this. And then when you open it, it's like a trifold. And it just says, again, 17 Power of Love the movie. And then it has, again, 17 Power of Love the movie, and then artists, and it lists out all the members, and then it says special thanks to Carrot. And then when you open it like this, but you can see all the members. So these are like transparent. I'll take out June to show you. They're like semi-transparent, like so you can kind of see through the back of them. But yeah, and then they just look like that on the back. They don't have any writing or anything on them. And then it is nice that on the actual folder it says like which members are. I'm on the fence about if I'm going to keep them all or sell some. Because I have like all 13, I'm kind of like I should keep it as like a memento, but I don't know. But anyway, let me try to show you everyone. So here's June and Hoshi. And then Ming Hao and Dino. So I got performance team on the last day. I'll show you vocal. I got vocal on the second day. So the first day I got hip hop and then I got vocal. And when I got vocal, I was like, oh, do I trade for performance? Because like my main goal was to make sure I had Mingyu and Ming Hao. And I was like, oh, do I trade for performance? Or I knew I had one more showing coming up. And I was like, oh, what should I do? And I decided to wait, and I'm glad I did because it worked out. But here is vocal. So here's Junghan, Joshua, Uji. I really like Junghan's. And then DK and Singwon. And then on the first day I got hip hop. I was so excited to get hip hop. Hip hop in general is, I feel like, difficult to get. But I feel like some of the members in particular, like in Korea, like Coops has always been a popular member, but I feel like he's gained a lot of popularity. Mingyu's always been pretty popular, and Wanu's always been pretty popular. But like Wanu in particular and Mingyu are sometimes really difficult to get. Mingyu because I think he takes a lot of cute photos and things, so a lot of his stuff is really cute, and I think people like it. And I think a lot of fans have just been like thinking about Wanu a lot lately. I talked about it a bit in like the DeFesta video, but like all of his stuff was sold out at DeFesta. And I'll talk a little bit about another one of the items later, but yeah, so I was really concerned about just getting hip hop. I thought it would be difficult, and based on what I saw on Twitter, on K-Carrot Twitter, a lot of people wanted to trade for hip hop. But that first day, I went at 9 a.m. and there was like 4 other people there with me, so I was like, oh, I probably won't be able to trade here. But I was lucky and I got hip hop the first time. So I was very, very happy about that. So here's Coops and Wanu. And then Mingyu and Vernon. So yeah, these are really nice in my opinion, as like just something you get for going to see a movie. Like, that's awesome. The movie, I guess I should say, was also not that cheap. So I don't remember the 2D price, but the 4DX was 28,000 won each time. I guess I can talk a little bit about my experience with 4DX. I have been to, I think, one 4DX movie years ago before this. And so I didn't really know what to expect with it. But I thought it was a lot of fun. And maybe it's because I saw Power of Love 2 times in like a short window of time, that the third time when I finally did get to see it in 4DX, it made it a lot more interesting because it wasn't like just sitting and watching a movie, you know? I do know, I remember reading on like Reddit and Twitter that a lot of people didn't like it because they found it distracting, which I do understand because the movement of the chair, like during the dances, especially in the beginning, like crush anyone, clap, it's like crazy. It's a thrill ride essentially. Yeah, so like I get how it would be distracting, but for me personally, I liked it because I had seen Power of Love twice in regular 2D, and so doing that the third time, it made it more interesting to me, I guess. And there was a couple like little things that they did that I liked. I really liked during Bittersweet, they had like mist come down. They had a couple scents, which I need to find like a list of the 4DX scents because I can't place what they are. Like during Crazy in Love and like Hip Hop Teams songs, there was one that was almost medicinal. It reminded me of like cherry cough drops or like cherry cough syrup. So I wonder if it was like a cherry thing. And then there was definitely floral scents during Ready to Love and Vocal Unit. But I wish like I knew exactly what the scents were. And then they just had like some other things, like when there'd be a pop of confetti, they'd have like some snow come down. They had very little fog, but it was so little that it didn't do anything. Like you just saw a little cloud at like the front of the theater, like literally a small like meter long cloud. That was it. In Snapshoot, they like utilized the strobe light to be like a camera flash. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, like in general, I thought it made it more interesting. It kept me more alert, I guess. Yeah, I like the 4DX. But so anyway, so the third time I went was the first time I saw the 4DX. And so that time you got a set of the unit transparent cards, and then you also got 2 other things, actually 3 other things, because I think I got the A3 poster and I got another A3 poster that day. So I got 4 things the third time I saw it, which was I think a Monday night. So you got the unit photo cards and then the A3 poster, and then you got this, which is so random. It's one of those like waxy paper wristbands, so it has like the sticker and you can like put it on. I don't know why they made this, honestly. I almost feel like, I don't know what I feel like. It was so random to me. I don't know why they did this, and they didn't give out a lot. I think this is only like a 3-day window that they gave these out. Yeah, it just says 17 Power of Love, the movie. And then you got this like fan banner that again says the same thing with all the members. And then it has this message in Korean with like a bunch of different diamonds. Again, this is another random one. It's cute, but like, I don't know, the point of holding these is like for the artist to see it, right? I don't know, I get the sentiment is nice, I guess, but just kind of random in my opinion. So then the 4th time I saw it, again, was the last transparent photo card, unit photo card set. And then that was the first day that they had this new ticket. So this is a little bit thinner than the first ticket. It's not like on the super thick cardstock, but this has like the group photo and it says Power of Love, the movie, and like a silver kind of foiling. And then on the back, this one is more just like a standard ticket. So it just has like a fake barcode and stuff from the movie, and it says CGV. Yeah, these are nice. I got 3 of these because they were running this through the end of the run, and I went 2 more times after that. So the last 2 times I went were definitely the most chaotic as far as like trading and everything, because the last round after they finished the unit transparent cards were member selfie photo cards, which I knew as soon as that was announced. I was like, oh dang, it's gonna be crazy. And it was. So the first time I went, it was on a Sunday at, oh no, I'm sorry, it was on a Saturday at 1 p.m. and it was sold out. And yeah, that crowd was really interesting. It's so like each time I went, the audience was so different. Like people responded differently. Like the first 3 times I went, no one had carrot bongs. Everyone was like super silent and chill and like very like respectful, I guess. And then later on, like the crowds got rowdier. And it was really interesting to me because I remember the last time I saw it, which was on a Sunday at 1 p.m. This was like 3 days before the movie stopped playing. It was sold out again, and it was so rowdy. Like people were yelling, people were screaming, people were talking with their friends throughout the entire movie. And I think that's kind of more how it was in the West. People who saw it, forgive me if I'm wrong, but please let me know if I'm right. That's kind of my impression, but that's very different from like how I've experienced things here in Korea. So it was like very different. And then like the trading was just like insane, like people yelling. CGV workers were like, you guys can't stand here, move here. It was pretty chaotic, but it was fun. So the first time I went, I got again one of these tickets, and then I got a photo card, and mine is face up now, but it was face down, so you don't know who it is until you open and take it out. And oh, I was like so nervous. I was like, oh, please be someone I can trade. And it ended up being Wanu. So this is kind of how I want to segue into talking about Wanu. Like I said, he's always been really popular here, but I don't like, popularity is not the right word. I think a lot of people have just been thinking about him lately and have been like very fond of him. And so they've been wanting to buy his stuff or trade and get his stuff because he's on their mind and that kind of thing. So as far as I saw on Twitter, his was like the most expensive one, as far as like being sold. But I can't bring myself to sell it or trade it. I think I'm gonna keep it. I like this photo. I like that he's doing like a finger heart and everything. And I do, with the exception of Coops, Wanu's pretty much the only other member that I keep besides Mingyu and Minghao. So the first day I got Wanu, and like I said, this was my second to last time that I was gonna go, and I had bought one more ticket for the following day, and I was like, oh, like I really want Mingyu and Minghao, but I don't want to get rid of Wanu. Like, what do I do? And I was really stressed about it. Like, do I go to another showing? And I didn't want to go to another showing. Like I said, the tickets were 28,000 won, and it's really tiring sitting through a movie that much. I did enjoy it, but I was like done, I was content. So I was like, I'm gonna keep Wanu, and I'll just see how things pan out the following day. So the second day I went, and the second day like I said, it was so rowdy. It was like I was at an actual concert. People were yelling, shouting, singing. I don't know. It was just very chaotic compared to pretty much every previous time that I had seen the film. But so when everyone went to get their photo card, I was first in line. I think because I'd gone so many times, I like knew how to navigate back to the CGV. I knew like I had to get a number and like wait in line. And so, yeah, I was like the first one, and I got mine, and I got Singwon. And I was like, oh, my goal was to get Mingyu because Mingyu is more difficult to get than Minghao in Korea. So I wanted to get Mingyu, but I was like, I don't know if I can get Mingyu by trading Singwon. I was like, oh, that might be hard because Mingyu's photo card was like really cute. He had like his chin tucked down into his chest, and he was like smiling. It was a very cute one, and like I said, his cute ones are always in demand. But anyway, I held up my Singwon, and I was just kind of chilling in the back because it was so chaotic, and we were in like the middle of a movie theater, like people are buying popcorn and stuff. And So I was just kind of by myself by the side, and people are walking around asking each other, who do you want? That kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden, like I'm just standing there holding up my Sungwon. I hear K Carrot yell like, "Oh, Sungwon!" And she like is yelling at her friend, and she's pointing at me. She's like, "Sungwon, Sungwon!" And her friend literally sprints to me, and she's like, she asked me in Korean, she's like, "Who do you want? Or who are you looking for?" And I was like, "Oh, Mingyu." And she screams in my face like, "Wah!" And she starts like shaking her arms, and she pulls out Mingyu, and she had Mingyu. So I was able to trade to get Mingyu. I don't think I'll forget that exchange for as long as I'm a carrot, which will, you know, be forever. But yeah, that was just, it was so funny. Like even at Carrot Zone, at concerts and stuff, like I haven't had a reaction like that. Like people get excited, right? They're like, "Yay, thank you," whatever. She screamed in my face. It was so funny. She was so excited. But yeah, so this is the Mingyu I was talking about. It's very cute. He's very cute in it. I can't believe I got it. So yeah, I was able to trade for Mingyu on my last showing. I still need to get Minghao's. I'll have to buy or trade. I was debating trading some of the transparent unit cards or something to get his. But yeah, overall, I had a really good experience with Power of Love. I definitely hope they do another concert or another movie like this. And I hope it's all 13 of them. I definitely missed Minghao and June. And they were in there like throughout some of the interviews and stuff, but yeah, I really felt the loss of their presence. So I hope the next time, I hope they do another film again, and I hope in the next time that it's all 13 of them and we get to see more of them. But yeah, did you go see the movie? What did you think? Did you see it 2D? Did you see it 4DX? I do think when everything's said and done, I did prefer the 4DX. I thought it was a more interesting experience. But yeah, that about does it for now. I don't know when my next video will be. It might be for Face the Sun unboxing. I'm so excited. I've already pre-ordered some albums, so the moment I get those, I'll do another unboxing and share everything in that. But yeah, let me know what you're excited for. Hanabi merch. I ended up buying some of that too, but I'm in round 2, so I'm not gonna get it till like end of July, early August, something crazy. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.